Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Shekhar Iyer, and we're going to be talking about the NDA's new vice presidential nominee as well as RaGa versus 𝗔𝗍 as things head towards a climax and many other topics. Let's welcome Shekhar Iyer ji. Shekhar ji, namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Namaskar, Shree Namaskar. Well, it's official now. Chandrapuram 𝗠𝗎 Radhakrishnan, the governor of Maharashtra, has been named as the candidate of the National Democratic Alliance. The announcement is seen as some kind of certainty because of the numbers that the NDA enjoys. The Electoral College, which consists of members of the Lok Sabha and the members of the Rajya Sabha. And the whip doesn't operate in these elections. So each member of parliament is free to vote. So like every elections, vice president election, we have seen how some opposition members have also supported the NDA nominee. This time the NDA has an advantage of having more than 150 members compared to the tally of the opposition. Of course, during Dhankard's election in 22, the number was even more. But since the number of BJP MPs after 2024 elections got reduced, therefore the gap is still comfortable. 150 odd members are there. So what are your first thoughts on P Radhakrishnan?
Sir, he belongs to Coimbatore, and since I have adopted this town now, I feel chuffed. I think he's a well-deserving choice, in my opinion, sir. He has been a Sangh Pracharak since the age of 16. And during the 98-99, when there was a pro-BJP sympathy wave because of the assassination attempt of Sree 𝗟𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗏, he romped home twice, and in both times very comfortable majorities. But then after that, he tried 3 more times and he was not successful. But P Radhakrishnan is a formidable name in Tamil Nadu politics, and he has enjoyed good relations with, I think, all the parties, not just the Bharatiya leaning parties, but also the 𝗓𝗏𝗏 parties. And I think you don't be surprised, in my opinion, we shouldn't be surprised if he gets some votes from the DMK also. I don't know if you'll be able to segregate who voted how, Shekhar ji.
No, you cannot segregate, but definitely the question is the DMK will be put to test now. Will they oppose a candidate who belongs to the OBC, that is backward class, who belongs to the Gaundar community of Western Tamil Nadu? His hometown is Tirupur. And as you mentioned, he has been an RSS worker right from his early age, that he was the Jansangh too. And later he has worked extensively in the entire Tamil Nadu, and he was also in charge of Kerala as a BJP organizational man. And the one thing that is coming out clear is this time there is no more experimentation with people who are not belonging to the BJP RSS background. See, after the experience with 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗚, the Prime Minister felt that this time they would rather go for a person who belongs to their organization. So that's a big message coming out, that after 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗚, who was earlier who was with Devilal and then came into Congress, and from Congress came into BJP. Here you have a person who has been all along in the BJP RSS. So therefore it's very important, and he has, as you mentioned, he was not successful in the elections of 2014 and then 19. Then so subsequently also, so it was decided in 2024 he did not get the ticket. Of course, by then he had already been become governor of first he was lieutenant governor of Puducherry, then he became governor of Jharkhand, where he served 1.5 years, then moved to Maharashtra, which is a very, very important state. And by and large, he has built an image as a person who is considered to be a very straight politician, a politician who is quite moderate, in the sense, though he has come in the school of Hindutva school, he is not seen as somebody who is seen as taking extreme positions. And his conduct as a governor has also has won praise from many parties. The first reaction that is coming from Maharashtra Sheyerji is from Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut says he's a gentleman, in the sense indicating that they are open to supporting him if the BJP approaches other opposition parties. Today, the BJP president, JP Nadda, who announced his candidature, said, we are talking to, we have already spoken to allies. We are also talking to the other opposition parties. We would be talking. Now, obviously, the Congress did not expect the name of CP Radhakrishnan. They were probably thinking of some other names. So they are meeting tomorrow to see what is their strategy. Now, they will go in for a candidate, and it has been decided, I am told, that Congress may not push for its own nominee. One talk that was going on, they were trying to get 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏 to be 𝗔𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏, because they said we will, they were trying to get him out and say, why don't you contest elections or something like that. But 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏 has refused to play the ball with opposition now, having resigned, because I am told again that some channel has been opened between him and the Prime Minister, and he is not in a mood to revolt as was desired by people like 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Jairam Ramesh, and others. I don't think at the moment 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏 wants to play, ball with the opposition. So now they will have to get somebody. You see, last time, sir, when 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏 was an NDA nominee, they went in for Margaret Alva, Congress. She also knew that this was an election to lose, not an election to win. But Congress wanted to make a political statement. But what happened was, since she was a Congress nominee, the other opposition parties, a lot of them preferred 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏. So this time the Congress doesn't want to make that mistake. So they are hoping they can get somebody who will be more, let that be somebody from the opposition ranks. So and of course it's going to be more of an academic contest, in the sense that whoever the opposition chooses, as they have said, they want to send a message, like somebody, they may get somebody like Gopal Gandhi, or someone like, just more of a message of an ideologue, left ideologue, or someone. The whole thing is to send a message rather than now. But some of the things which people are looking tonight is, why did the BJP go in for a southern candidate? Is a kind of an outreach? That question is coming up. Some say that this is this is also a message to other southern states, because CP Radhakrishnan has worked in other states also, be it Kerala, and even in Andhra Pradesh and other places. He known to many leaders there. So the idea is to send a message that South, particularly Tamil Nadu, stands high in BJP scheme of things. Now, he belongs to the Gounder community, the same community to which the ADMK leader, 𝗍𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 So you can see that there is definitely social messaging as well. And well, everybody will ask what will be the victory margin, how much will there be a cross voting. Of course, the cross voting will be known when the final numbers come, but at the moment it's something like the difference is about 153 or so, because the total strength of Lok Sabha and total strength of Rajya Sabha, and so that works out to something like 757. That's the strength of the electoral college. So in terms of first preference vote, they will have to choose. So, and of course, 𝗥𝗙𝗙𝗏 won with a huge margin because NDA also had larger numbers, in the 2022 election. So this is all getting very, very interesting, sir. And of course, DMK's first reaction is, to straight away reject this candidate. They're saying that there have been so many people from Tamil Nadu. What is it so special about him? And what difference will he make to Tamil Nadu if he becomes vice president? We have had vice president and president from Tamil Nadu also. But I think as the names are announced, and then the election is set for September 9th. And the last date for filing nomination is August 21st. And so the next 2-3 days, the opposition will also to make up a mind. Whom do they announce? And normally, sir, vice president candidates, they sometimes visit the state capitals and try to campaign among the members, MPs. Or since Parliament is in session, you can see that Radhakrishnan and the opposition nominee will be addressing members of Parliament here itself. It's some kind of I would say a practice where the candidate also speaks to members. But his most important task will be how he conducts the Rajya Sabha. Since he has been a two-term MP, he is well versed with the parliamentary practices. But one essential quality that I was told Prime Minister was looking in the vice presidential candidate was somebody who can manage the house, upper house particularly, where opposition has been given to creating chaos. 𝗥𝗘𝗙 had his own style of handling the thing, and Radhakrishnan is going to be have a different approach, but he will also be quite tough when it comes to enforcing the rules and procedures concerning the conduct of the house. Because I was told the names that were doing the rounds, among the names that were doing, what came as some kind of a important plus point was whoever sits in the chairman's chair in the upper house of Parliament as to somebody who has to deal with this recalcitrant behavior of the opposition MPs. We have seen session after session, houses don't function. The opposition, particularly ever since Rahul Gandhi has been in charge, I mean, this is we have seen right from even 2014 onwards. A lot of this chaos have to do with the stewardship of the Congress party under Rahul Gandhi. Because no meaningful debates have happened since he took over, and he has always preferred chaos to speaking. And so therefore, the message down the line was, even for instance, in the standoff that was going on over the voter revision and all that, I was told the upper house, particularly the Rajya Sabha MPs, wanted the house to function normally, because it's supposed to be the house of elders, where they would rather prefer debate and discussion, and particularly when key legislative business are taken up. But Rahul Gandhi, being Rahul Gandhi, rather preferred chaos and disruption, saying that this is how we will tell our people. But that strategy didn't work, because that was a strategy right from 2014, because Rahul Gandhi could not accept the mandate of 2014. And he could not accept the mandate of 2019 also. 2019, he expected that, his party would eventually dethrone Prime Minister Modi. Though there was no proof on the ground in terms of organizational ability or capacity building that Congress would actually do that. Of course, the seats went up from 44 to 99. So since then, Rahul Gandhi has been feeling that, that look, we should have been in power. How come, Modi became Prime Minister again? That thing has been gripping him, and then he has been looking for reasons why Congress could not do well. He did not see anything wrong in the conduct of the election, the subjects that they chose, the lines that the Congress hammered through the campaign. He did not realize that people were not attracted to his kind of politics. Yes, he has some supporters, core supporters. He has an ecosystem that backs him, who now suddenly sees a messiah in him. So people are saying, no, Rahul Gandhi is no more Pappu. He has become from Pappu to he has become now, is a real threat to the Prime Minister. That's the thing, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's wait and see how this plays out. I think it should be a fairly easy victory for Sree P Radhakrishnan. Let's move on to the next topic, sir. Again, Rahul Gandhi versus the Election Commission. The Election Commission had a press conference today. They basically, tore him apart. And they said, you have to respond to this. What happens if he doesn't respond?
Well, sir, I do not know where this endgame is going, because today he launched his yatra. He has been talking of vote chori, that Election Commission is itself indulging in stealing votes of the Congress and giving it to the BJP. I don't know how that's exactly possible. And today he began his vote Adhikar Yatra from Sasaram. And this is for 16 days along with RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav. And he is supposed to do about 1,300 kilometers and cover 20 districts, which means they will cover about 118 of the 243 Bihar Assembly seats. And the whole theme is that it's not about what is alternative governance they are offering to Bihar, since Bihar has been under NDA rule with Nitish, once had left NDA, gone and formed a government with Tejashwi Yadav, then again returned to the BJP-led NDA fold. And since then, again, has been Chief Minister. So we are not hearing in terms of what is the alternative that the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, as they call themselves, are offering. All that we are hearing is the whole election process is vitiated, electoral rolls are all filled with fake voters, and things like that. So, of course, the draft rolls have been published after the special intensive revision. So today we saw a very combative Chief Election Commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar, without naming Rahul Gandhi by name, sought to counter point by point some of the allegations that has been raised, and even answered why he was insisting, rather why the Election Commission is insisting, if you are making a charge, like as in the case of Central Bangalore seat, that more than 1 lakh voters were fake voters, or their votes were transferred from Congress to the BJP, why he needs to file an affidavit? Sir, the critics of the BJP, who are also critics of the Election Commission, for the same reason why they don't like BJP, and who have built a narrative that the Election Commission is siding with BJP, they are saying, what is this? Why should Election Commission be so aggressive? It is not a political party. They should not be, they should be willing to investigate. To which today CEC gave an answer. He says, if I am an elector, if I see some irregularities in the voters list relating to my constituency, as a voter, I can file the complaint under Form 7. There is a Form 7 where I can say these are, and this Form 7 is used for self or for anybody else. You can say this person is not a voter, I am not a voter here, you can delete my name. But this has to be done at the constituency level. If somebody who is not a voter of any particular constituency and is making an allegation, at this time here the allegation is against the Election Commission itself. And to say that 1 lakh plus voters are fake voters, it is that 1 lakh voters against this one man. It is different matter whether he is leader of the opposition or something. So in that case, where the charge is against the Election Commission, the very body supposed to adjudicate complaints of irregularities in the electoral rules, he has to file an affidavit. That is under the rules. That is why CEC explained in a very beautiful way, with a lot of clarity, I must say, that why it is necessary that a person, because you cannot just make an allegation and go away and say we should investigate. And he explained it. Since he is not, and sir, this whole confusion about, there are 2-3 cases where duplications are happening, not due to clerical factors, rather than some well-orchestrated way to add voters or delete voters to favor any political party. Now, as Chief Election explained today, there are 2 things happening, sir. One, one person having 2 epic, that is voter card identity numbers. 2 numbers for the same person. Now, 2 persons or same number with 2 persons. But does it mean that the same person can vote in 2 places? No. He can vote in only 1 place. He cannot be voting in 2 places. Just because he has got 2 numbers. Or if 2 people have 2 same numbers, same thing happens. This will be in this constituency, that will be in some other constituency. So after such complaints, they have removed a lot. They almost 3 lakh such errors have been removed. Now, the question is, any person will be able to vote only once. He cannot be voting, everywhere, as is the story that is being made out. That's one. So second thing, the second thing what is to be understood is, draft rolls have been published. They have been given at the booth level. Every party has got a booth level agent, and Election Commission has a booth level officer. The parties are supposed to check at the respective booth level their list and register a complaint in case of irregularities. If some names have been left out, if some names have been added which are not there, the complaints have to be made at that level. So what are the polling agents of various political parties doing? Why are they not filed a single complaint ever since the draft was published in Bihar? September 1st is the last. Before September 1st, they will have to do it. Because if you are finding irregularities there is a procedure to file complaint. Whereas Congress has not filed a single case. Similarly, sir, I have said it several times, if a defeated candidate feels he has been defeated unfairly and there has been unfair practices, he has to file a petition in the High Court, an election petition, challenging his defeat. And where he sees the party, and then all records are brought. But sir, after the elections are over, 45 days have passed long ago. In the case of Lok Sabha elections of 2024, no complaint has been filed anywhere. You don't allow your defeated candidate to file a complaint, or they didn't feel they should file. That is one. Number two, when the draft electoral rolls have come, the regularities which Rahul Gandhi is alleging, some people have been declared dead and he brought them for 𝗤𝗡𝗙𝗪. Today, Chief Election Commissioner said this, you can't do that. You cannot disclose the identity of such people. And those people whom he named that they are in 2 places, they voted, they have come and denied. Because there is a secrecy attached to the identity of the voters. Now, Election Commission, Supreme Court, these people went to Supreme Court saying that, why is Election Commission not parting with this draft rolls for us? Us means those who are not voters in that constituency. So Election Commission said, look, we have made the machine. Sir, the machine readable means you can read it and you can make changes. You can tamper with it. But it is available at district level. Now, following the Supreme Court order, Election Commission has made available these rolls at the district level, at each district level. So, and none of these parties who are complaining about, particularly the Congress party, they have not taken it up at that level. When there is a procedure, when there is a way to challenge the anomalies in an electoral roll, why is the Congress shying away from adopting those things? Instead of that, you are holding press conference, which could be violation of some of the People's Representation Act and the Election Commission rules. So why is this being done? So what is the end game? How far does Rahul Gandhi want to take this? Sir, even today he was saying vodka chori hoga, and they have been intimidating Election Commission. Now, sir, interestingly, after CEC's press conference, the Congress is saying, don't intimidate us, investigate us. The Election Commission's answer is, you don't intimidate us, file proper complaint. But I can't see where Rahul Gandhi doesn't want to file, because if you file a complaint on oath, because what is the locus standi of Rahul Gandhi in Bihar? He is not a voter in any constituency. So for him, he has to file through this affidavit, which is clear in the rules. And questions were asked, why did you do it in this season? Why is such a hurry? The last is special intensive revision has been done after a gap of every 20 years. In Bihar, in 2003, it was done during the same period, July 14th to August 14th. All those things they are saying, why was it done now? Sir, why is Congress is more keen on setting a narrative against Election Commission and the electoral process rather than filing a proper complaint? Sir, the only people who have never believed in our election process has been Maoists. The Maoists have always believed, as laid down by the late chairman Mao Zedong, that power comes from the barrel of the gun, not through elections, not through ballots, only bullets. So they have always been opposed to the constitutional scheme of things. Here is a leader who carries a small pocket edition of the Constitution, but somehow the whole idea seems to be, I cannot win this election, I cannot lead the Congress to win any election, therefore my strategy will be to damn this election process, so that I will raise questions, create doubts. But I cannot understand, sir, because even today, Chief Election Commissioner Ganesh Kumar was saying, within 7 days, if you don't file an affidavit, it will be taken that you have made a baseless charge. He did not indicate any kind of action for somebody making this charge repeatedly. If I were to do it with, for an institution of the judiciary, suppose if I go on saying that Supreme Court is this, Supreme Court is that, High Court is this and that, would I be guilty of contempt or not? So a question that is being asked is, how long should Election Commission be so helpless? And ulta, the so-called the people who are worried about democracy, some great thinkers, some psephologists also are saying, no, Election Commission is not doing justice to Congress. This is not the way. They should not be so aggressive. They should investigate. Arey Baba, rules are there, procedures there. Why are you not telling Congress that why don't you file a formal complaint? If you are so cocksure that 1 lakh voters, there has been a theft. In fact, Election Commission objected to the word of theft. Then why don't you file a proper complaint? Document how these 1 lakh people have voted twice, or their votes were shifted by Election Commission from the Congress kitty to BJP kitty. Sir, I think the game is, I don't know where this is, what is this end game is. Sir, over to you.
Sir, I have a feeling this is Goebbelsian formula he's trying to adopt, Shekhar-ji. Keep repeating the same lie 1,000 times and hope that it will become the truth. And if you look at how Bangladesh government was toppled, it was on the basis of allegations that Sheikh Hasina rigged the election. And same playbook being used in India. I think they are not realizing, whoever the players of the playbook are, they're not realizing that India takes its election very, very seriously. It's a different matter that some are willing to, allow their votes to be bought. But be that as it may, that's only a small percentage. There are many places where money doesn't play a role at all. So this is something that is going to be impossible to do in India. At the same time, these people want to keep raking this issue so that in case within striking distance Congress comes, then they can start making allegations, well, we told you so, that sort of stuff. Sir, one thing I'm wondering, in these press conferences, not one journalist asks him that on what basis is he saying this?
Nobody's asked, because if Rahul, you ask this question, he says this is a BJP question. This is BJP's question, I want answer. The man who says that, everybody is accountable, and because in all the slideshow he did in this, for these opposition members also, everybody did wah-wah. They grabbed his, the lunch, dinner he offered, and they said, wah-wah, bahut acha. Sir, the question is, because everybody is asking this question. Now, yes, Rahul Gandhi is not fighting Bihar elections. Congress party is not fighting Bihar elections. They are fighting the Election Commission. Now, sir, at the ground level, the question is again and again same question. How come after a SIR, in Telangana, Congress came to power. In Karnataka, they have come to power. In Himachal, they came to power. Now, assuming for a moment that BJP manipulated the 2024 election, sir, why would they stop at just 240, 243? They would have got a majority they wanted, no? If it's such a big, sir, our election process involves lakhs of booths, lakhs of poll officials, so many polling booths, so many constituencies. How can you manipulate? Sir, earlier the whole thrust was on EVM. Now they are not talking about EVM. That is also very strange. All along they say, no, EVM can be hacked. Give me EVM, it will be hacked. When our EVMs are not anyway. And the EVMs now and the EVMs that were used in 2009 elections, technology has undergone a change. More foolproof safeguards have been brought in. They are not connected to internet. And so many times Election Commission threw a challenge, for inviting people to hack it. Now and then some stories, are put by the Congress ecosystem. No, it can be hacked. Now they are not pressing with that story. Now they have come with this research. That research which shows that vote shifted, and then addition of voters. A point that was mentioned that in Maharashtra, 40 lakh voters got added. Sir, every year there is a summary revision where people are added, people are here. And we also discussed in Mahadevpura, that one assembly constituency which Rahul Gandhi cited as an example of addition and deletion of voters. That is an IT city. IT cities have a large scale migration all the time. People coming in and people going out. People change companies, people change jobs, people change their residences. And the whole problem is many times they don't, finding two names is, look, if I am normally a resident of Delhi, my name is in the electoral list of Delhi. If for some reason I shift to say some other city, Bombay, Pune, Bangalore or where, if I don't cut my name here, it will remain. I may get enrolled as a voter in some other place. Because my name is there in this list, does it mean I voted in Delhi as well as in Bombay? Unless somebody is able to show proof that I voted in both places. And so these are questions that are coming, sir. But whole question is, how long should Election Commission just say? Because what at best 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏, Chief Election Commissioner, of course he spoke tough. He sounded quite exasperated by these allegations that are being made day in and day out without an iota of proof. But he stopped short of indicating any action being taken. All that he said was, look, if within 7 days, whoever is making this allegation is not willing, he did take Rahul Gandhi's name even. Whoever is making these allegations for political purposes does not file an affidavit and back it up with the necessary proof against Election Commission, and Election Commission cannot proceed on this matter without, otherwise it will be presumed those allegations are baseless. That's all. He stopped with that. Because he also raised one question, sir. 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏 raised a very important question. He says, if those 1 lakh voters are being declared as fake voters by Rahul Gandhi, on the basis of his press conference statement, should we issue we should be issuing notice those 1 lakh voters? You prove you are genuine voters. And on what basis we will investigate those 1 lakh people? And sir, Election Commission of India has been taking a lot of steps, particularly for larger voter participation, number one. Number two, even remote corners, you have heard stories how they travel for 3 days in a boat, then they climb hills. And there is even a place in Arunachal, there is one polling booth for one person who is a voter there.
Sir, same thing in Gir Forest, sir. In Gir Forest, there's only one person voter in one booth.
I mean, if this is what Election Commission has been doing, but I don't know, somewhere along there has to be a full stop to this. Because if this is going on as an election campaign, I don't know. The Election Commission may have to look at the People's Representation Act and other rules which, regarding conduct of free and fair polls. What should be a method to redress the situation caused by a person who happens to be leader of the opposition, repeatedly making an allegation simply to create an impression that our election commission is not functioning properly and there is a fraud election being conducted, unless that election gives a victory to the opposition, particularly to the Congress party led by him. This is clear. And sir, some of the critics of BJP, I mean, they hate BJP so much, they don't mind any institution being pulled down, so long as they feel that if you attack election commission, you are fixing Prime Minister Modi. And that running theme is there, so anything, what Rahul says is right. Sir, there will be clerical errors in the voters list, there will be other anomalies. And the very purpose of SIR is to remove that. They oppose SIR, saying, no, time is short. Why do you want to do it? Do it after election. So today, Ganesh Kumar was saying by revision of voters list should take place before election or after election. But this end game, sir, I personally feel, there is a point to which the election commission should be willing to take this. Otherwise, there has to be some accountability. The accountability of the institution is as important as the accountability of the individuals and the parties also. Otherwise, we are creating a damage. If I don't win, then I will say the system is not working. And you are not winning for what reason? Have you ever examined it? Why people are rejecting you, people are not giving you majority. And that's what I'm saying, sir. As if the BJP manipulated the election, wouldn't they even ensure a basic majority of 272 seats? If that's what they did. And this allegation was not raised in 2019 of election. Was not raised in 2014 election. In 2014 election, what did they say? No, Modi got the mandate in a dubious way because he promised. He made false promises and got it. In 2019, he polarized it further. In 2024, they feel, no, the votes were stolen. Sir.
Sir, this is unending. This fellow needs to be, I don't know. There are many ways in which to stop him. I still am trying to figure out why some party is being so generous towards him. Let's move on to the next topic, sir. PK playing Spoilsport in Bihar. Sir, what is the ground reality? How much percentage of vote is he polling?
Sir, it is more than the votes he is going to poll, because this is his maiden election for his party, that is Jan Swaraj Party. What is happening, sir? He has been traveling across Bihar for his party, and he has been speaking against the BJP. BJP's politics, BJP's, and he has been also speaking against Rashtriya Janata Dal, also against Nitish Kumar. And he has been able to attract a lot of young people. So he is gradually emerging somebody whose party could play Spoilsport for other established parties. Sir, what he has done now, latest move is, he has come with a promise that jitni abadi utna hak formula, which of Rahul Gandhi is saying, since Muslims make up 17% of Bihar's population, he is willing to give 17% of tickets to Muslims. Now, this will, upset Tejashwi Yadav's Rashtriya Janata Dal and Congress also. Because the Maha consists of the RJD, Congress, the Communist Party of India, Marxist Communist Party of India, as well as Communist Party of India, Marxist-Leninist. CPI-ML is also there, and Bahujan Samaj Party. Now, the Prashant Kishor's approach seems to be, of course, he is not sharing much of the allegations of Rahul Gandhi against this election commission. He's saying, no, there are some anomalies, these have to be removed, that's all, but he's not 3 years trust. Now, what has happened, sir? Another development that is happening is your Chirag Paswan, who carries the legacy of his father, Ramvilas Paswan. And Paswan vote is a very important vote in Bihar, sir. It's a very influential section of the Dalit population. And we know that, in a very simple way to understand Bihar elections is, there are 3 major players, RJD, JDU and BJP. Of these 3, if 2 get together, the third is finished. If it is JDU and RJD, then BJP is in trouble. Well, it was when these 2 got together. If JDU and BJP get together, the RJD is in trouble because RJD is the main party there. Now, Chirag Paswan last election, sir, he did not, he took a temporary exit from NDA, put up candidates against Nitish Kumar's party in all the constituencies. And Nitish Kumar felt that BJP is behind Chirag Paswan. Chirag Paswan has again started making similar noises now, saying that, what is this? I am forced to support Nitish Kumar where things are so bad. And of course, this time the trust quotient between Nitish Kumar and BJP is very high. In 2020 elections, it was not so high. And Nitish Kumar felt that this is how to, the whole idea is BJP has propped up Chirag Paswan. And Chirag Paswan has said he wants to come into state politics. He's currently a union minister. He wants to do state politics, which means he will be contesting his election. There are a lot of buzz about Chirag Paswan. Ultimately, of course, the BJP leadership has been talking to him, asking him to tone down. But I still get the feedback that Prashant Kishor and he may be open to some kind of an understanding. So if the Prashant Kishor's party is going to hurt the interest of RJD or Congress, of course, Congress is not a big factor. It depends on how many seats that RJD will give. So this could prove a kind of scenario. Basically, these parties are looking at, that the combinations may not get a majority. 243 seats are there. So they are saying that, can we be the king player? Can we be the kingmaker? So all these have opened up possibilities. Of course, there's not much time left because elections will be held in, from the last week of October to November first week. Because by third week of November, the new assembly has to come. So it's also important how BJP is going to manage Chirag Paswan, because already a feeling is somehow BJP is behind Prashant Kishor, though he has been attacking BJP very strongly. Though initially he was targeting only Lalu Prasad and Tejashwi and their rule, and of course Nitish. And once he was an aide of Nitish, he advised Nitish on winning elections. Then when he didn't get this pound of flesh, he decided, then he started doing consulting for other parties. So Bihar election will be a test case where a election consultant is himself contesting elections. Sir.
Shekharji, we are running out of time. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes on the Trump-Putin outcome, because what's the latest I can tell you, viewers, it's not just Zelensky, but 7 people from Europe are flying over to be part of that meeting, because someone leaked that Trump could browbeat Zelensky into accepting a certain deal. So all the seven people, EU, Ursula van whatever, and then Macron and Merz and a few others are coming. So it's going to be like a big table. I don't know what exactly is going to get accomplished, because Europe is bent upon continuing the war. At whose cost? They want to take it at America's cost. America has now said any weaponry given to Ukraine will be through NATO. NATO will have to buy it first from us. So whether they are going to pay for it, I don't know. You can raise an invoice and give it to them. It is due in 90 days. but then you could put another zero when 90 crosses, becomes 900 days, another zero, 9,000 days, which means you never want to pay. So I'm just joking here, of course. So I don't know what's going to happen there, sir. If you have any other new ideas, please feel free.
No, sir, after the Alaska beat, somehow, it's one meeting where, Trump seems to have, come away with a lot of positive vibes about Putin.
Yes, yes.
I would say vibes rather than views, because he has been sounding quite positive. And Putin himself, when they had the joint presser where Putin, for a change, spoke in English to say, next time we'll meet in Moscow.
Correct.
And Trump was surprised by Putin's English intervention. Since then, today, Trump has tweeted that, big progress on Russia. The whole question is, Trump is also believing that, there has to be a concession to Russia in terms of land, whatever Russia has already occupied. But that is not something saleable to Ukraine, people of Ukraine, and Zelensky in particular. And therefore, there is a lot of hope. And then also, sir, of interest to us, to our Indian viewers is, on his return, when he gave that interview to Fox News, President Trump said, look, I am not right now thinking about that extra 25% tariff on India for buying Russian oil.
Right.
So, but the other thing which has happened is that the US delegation which was to come to India is put off. Now,
Yes.
India has welcomed this Alaska summit and subsequent talks that are going on to end the conflict. And Trump himself has said that he straight away wants an end of the conflict, not a ceasefire agreement.
Correct, correct.
Some kind of a final solution. Sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And the 7 people from Europe that are going to be attending are the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, Finnish President Alexander Stubb, French President Emmanuel Macron, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. So you have a jumbo jet coming, sir, jumbo bus, bringing them all along here. So we'll see how this plays out. Very interesting. Thank you, sir. Let's take some questions now, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Prashant Kishor wants to know, Pawan Kishor, sorry. Is PK's call for Hindus who are ideologically not inclined to BJP to support for BJP that may include voters from IJP, JDU, a sinister plan to split Hindu consolidation vote in NDA?
Well, Prashant Kishor has been speaking very stridently against BJP. Maybe to correct the impression, because he's being accused by the Congress and all, and also the Tejashwi Yadav as a B team of the BJP. And his idea is, because this is his maiden election, he wants to make a mark. And he has managed to attract some young people who have been fed up with the way the current politics in Bihar has been, particularly under Nitish Kumar, because Nitish has often changed sides. Though a lot of his reign has seen a lot of changes compared to what happened earlier under Lalu, 16 years of Lalu's rule. Still, in terms of the initial achievements and today, there has been a slide in the quality of governance that Nitish has been providing. So there is a lot of anti-incumbency factor against Nitish. But the game seems to be that even today, sir, despite governance being and Nitish Kumar being Sushashan Babu and all that, a large part of Bihar's electoral battle is about castes. Caste affinity, caste affiliation, caste arithmetic, and the multiplier effect of combination of castes. Sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Next question, please. 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗪 Sundaram, thank you so much for becoming YouTube member. Magnet Ranga wants to know, CEC gave a detailed response to allegations made by RaGa. Should the EC approach the SC also, Supreme Court? Trust in the system should not be at stake. Congress has done worse than what it now accuses.
Yes, sir. I think that somewhere along, there has to be somewhere, either you take responsibility for your allegation. Sir, the very fact Rahul Gandhi doesn't want to file the affidavit, because he knows that if it is not proved, it will bounce back on him.
Yeah.
This is what is called, spit and scoot.
Yeah.
Sir.
Next one, please. Krishna Kishor TVK wants to know, Shekharji, hearing RG scams and Sonia scams from 2008, our life, precious time is being wasted, but they never go to jail. It's like movie never sees climax.
Sir, perhaps the climax is approaching. That is why Rahul Gandhi and his sister, mother, they all have taken this course. I feel that whether it is National Herald case, the case against Robert Vadra, these are somehow getting nearer to some fruition. And that is why the fear that the court may not be very kind to their defense, it seems to be guiding this action. This is a feeling. Because it is very clear Rahul Gandhi has lost faith in the people. He doesn't believe that they are going to vote Congress again. Because everybody knows, even his own party leaders know privately that what they are doing is a strategy to intimidate Election Commission. Because otherwise, how you say, no, we will get after you even after you retire. Even to make those charges, imagine if any other party leader said about Election Commission, how that sicko system would have reacted. Sir.
Next one, please. Dharani Rohit wants to know, with Putin clearly conveying that US doesn't get to decide what Russia does with Ukraine, can we consider this as the beginning of American downfall?
No, America has a lot of problems to stay on the top. That's for sure. But Ukraine, if a solution can be found and if the war can be ended, the reconstruction itself will be a very big story of, recovery of Europe, I would say, because Ukraine has completely bogged down Europe. So, and also the implications for all the countries because of this prolonged conflict. If the conflict is ended, of course, sir, every war that ended, even World War I or World War II, it was never to the satisfaction or to the honor of all the parties involved. So therefore, if the conflict has to be ended, somewhere along some line has to be drawn. If Trump succeeds in getting, because Putin's reaction for the first time is also that we are getting nearer to the origin of the problem. So that means Ukraine's admission into NATO is now going to be in limbo, because that was the origin of the problem. Sir.
True. Next one, please. Last question. Sai Surya Narayana wants to know, Shekharji, will Prashant Kishor and Chirag Paswan counterbalance the negative effects to both opposite camps so that net effect is zero?
Well, they are bringing, the talk of that they could come together. That Chirag could, because Chirag has his own ambition. He is dreaming of one day becoming Chief Minister of Bihar, being a Paswan, being Paswan's son, and so he has that ambition. So one doesn't know what will cancel out what, but definitely some more imponderables are getting added to the Bihar election scene.
Thank you so much, sir. I was just trying to see what kind of caste breakup is there. The major OBCs are, I don't know, Bhumihar, Rajput. I don't want to take a guess. It's incomplete. Sorry about that. I was trying to get the entire percentage, 100%, who's what. So if you really want to go caste-wise, we can see who stands an even chance. Jitni abadi utni vote, right?
I told you this three-party thing. JDU, BJP, RJD. If two of them get together, the third is gone.
Third is finished. Very true, very true. Thank you so much, sir. What an interesting discussion we had today. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And we'll be back with Shekharji on Wednesday in Hindi at 9:30 p.m. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you.